Hey guys, so this is a quick overview of how to get paid freelance writing from home, even if you have zero experience. So I thought I'd make a video on this because so many people were interested to find out more. Um, uh, Here's how it works. Basically, I just did a quick search, and there are 500,000 businesses every month that get started. Now, all of these guys want to compete on Google for search results so that when people type in certain keywords, they appear nearer the top. The best way to do that is to have good quality articles on their website, plus a bunch of other things like links to their content. But Google rewards good quality content. So it also helps position them as people who know what they're talking about. It kind of helps people trust them. And most of these businesses know that. So there's a huge number of businesses that need a huge number of articles written about certain topics. And the main criteria for them is that they're written in good English by native English speakers, which is why actors uh, are basically sitting really well, even if they have no experience with writing previously, to do a bunch of this work. And it's also why there's plenty to go around. So I thought I'd just show you four really quick sources of getting this work that don't involve cold emailing, that don't involve kind of cold marketing, and it's basically there are job sites, and you go where people are desperately trying to find people like us who can speak and therefore write good English. So here's a quick kind of list on this first website, which is called Upwork. Now, this is a really good quality website. It has like a pretty premium reputation, and is kind of known for keeping everyone happy, both the people who find work on there and clients. So it's really trusted. It's got a great system of making sure that you don't get ripped off. There's a huge range of work on there, from like low paid introductory work for people who are nervous about charging more to begin with and who just want experience, and also really kind of high paid expert work. So there's a really great progression of stuff that you can do here. So here's an example. So here's a job post: premium writers required for multiple jobs. They need 3 freelancers, just this company. Now ignore, yeah, it said 25 words. Ignore that. That's not the rate that I'd encourage you to go for. I go for at least 5 times as much as that, and I landed a job like that as my first job, which I'll show you the kind of information about in a second. But this is a good example. Hi there, we're looking for content writers to write awesome, informative, engaging articles across a variety of topics. We provide consistent work, so if you're good, we'll keep you happy and full of work for as long as you want. That's great. It means that you can open up Google Docs on your iPhone on train journeys and just write an article and get paid, which is what I did a while ago doing an acting job. To and from, I'd sit on the train and write articles, and some weeks I doubled my income, from the acting job itself. So here's an example of one post. As I say, ignore, there's plenty of low paid stuff, but there's also plenty of high paid stuff if you know how to market. So here's another website here, Angel Lists. So this specializes in startups, and they have an absolute ton of startups every week. And the good news about this place is that all of the startups, all of the businesses on here are venture backed, which means that they've got tons of money, and will therefore pay properly. So there's kind of lists and lists of different jobs. So this one's content writer, medium, remote, contract, London, content creator, writing, passionate creative writing, fluent in English, and this is the kind of money bracket that they're offering and the kind of percentage. And it's about blockchain technology. There's so much work to do with blockchain, so it's quite complicated, but you could invest a bit of time in getting to know about blockchain if you wanted to head into this little niche, and you could basically get unlimited work. You could get as much work as you can take on, but it would take a little bit more kind of investment of time than usual to get to know what blockchain is. I don't do that. You don't need to do that. I'd suggest starting off far easier. But that's an example of one of the companies on AngelList. And you can just create a profile on there for free and just apply. Here's another website, ProBlogger, who's got like a jobs board, and I was looking at this one. So this is on this just jobs board, and they've got a ton of jobs. A lot of them are, really fresh jobs from this week, or on the weekend or the end of last week. So this is one example, copywriter. They want for a health niche. And this is a good example. Goal is to provide the highest quality and most valuable information to our readers. They want to bring value to people via content and help them make the better decisions. Looking for a writer who can contribute regularly, native English speaker. Topic is on inversion therapy. So here's a good chance to highlight the whole thing about having no experience. So they say things like you should have a high level of knowledge, personal experience with inversion therapy, like these things, and high level of knowledge on physiotherapy. Be excited to learn and deeply study inversion therapy. So so they say that this will deliver a lot of room to grow beyond. They say you can go up to 4 articles or blog posts a week, or long term. So 4 articles a week would be, at that length that you could get, like, I'd aim for getting, for that length of article, like 200 quid an article. So if you really wanted to put in the kind of hours on this, you could get up to £1,000 a week from one of these clients. But, for me, it's all about the freedom of being able to do a bit of this and a bit of that. So I like having kind of a few articles a week that just pay my rent for the month just from articles. And then I do other stuff like voiceover too, just because I quite like the variety. But there's a lot of people who do just content writing and build like £1,000 a week, 6 figures a year incomes. So you could, so I was going to talk about the whole thing about experienced writers needed. That's not true. All that they want by that, and I can tell you from experience that that's not true. I got in with a massive like content marketing company in Singapore with no experience at all. All they want to know is that you get the industry and that you'll be easy to work with and that you'll get the job done. I use a method to get work that just takes care of all of those things with no kind of problem whatsoever. People don't flinch. The only reason people say they want you to have experience is because they just want to have the confidence that you will do the job. You can prove that you can do the job up in advance. And I've used that method to beat people who have more experience than me because of using this little kind of method. Here's the 4th website, Fiverr. This gets a bad name because of things like this. This person. So you set up gigs, like this is a gig, this is a gig, this is a gig, and you basically describe your service in a sentence, and then name your price. And so it's got a bit of a bad rap because of things like this, where people just basically lowball to get like huge quantities of work at a very low price. However, I've earned more on Fiverr than in any other method, because if you use it properly, like this guy is, I'll write a blog article at an introductory price in 24 hours. He charges $125 for that. So then people come through and can see this video, and you can order like a tiered pricing, and people just order your stuff. People like send you messages and order your stuff and leave feedback. And Fiverr is a really great way because you can set your prices as far as you're comfortable, and you can limit the number of orders that you take on at a time. So there's really good ways of avoiding getting overwhelmed to start off with, and really good ways of getting paid to earn your experience from the beginning of starting up in this. All right, I hope that's useful. If you have any questions, let me know. This is something that I'm offering as a service, and I've been helping people build up an income from this quietly on the side, like I do, because I just don't like commuting for day jobs, or really doing day jobs that pay by the hour. So here's an example of an agreement. I blacked out her email addresses and stuff, so as to keep a healthy respect for her privacy. So this is just a kind of email thread about an article that I sent, and this is the magic bit. This is what provides predictable cash flow every month for me from writing, which as an actor I think is worth its weight in gold. So she agreed that price. Going forward, I have a few more articles that need doing. Do you think a rate of 15 cents per word, limited to 1,200 words per article, is okay? At least 5 articles per month. Now, I then replied and asked for more money than this, and got it, just so that I know that I've got 5 articles that pay at least 100 quid per article, which just is great. If you want to do more articles, I just email her and say, hey, got any more articles I can help with? And she's kind of, I'm like her angel. This is the thing, people like us are kind of these people's saving graces, is that you can do, like, you can write in fluent English really easily, and provide articles that they have got coming out of their ears, and you can get it done in your own time, in your own space, and get it back to them and get paid. Yeah, have a dig around in those articles, or let me know if this is something that you'd like to have some help pursuing in the future. All right, thanks guys.